Hey everybody, make sure you go check out omaze.com/woodness for your chance to win a tiny house worth up to $150,000. Oh, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, my wonderful friends. Welcome to Woodness Goodness. I'm your host and digital companion in life, Graham. As you can see behind me, we have ourselves a mobile bar. I'm famously known for building a semi-professional amateur cabin on my property, but since then we have moved towards smaller things, i.e. this horse trailer that I am turning into a mobile bar. It feels like the end is in sight. The sun is out, it's been crazy weather, slowing everything down, but it's gonna be 50s and 60s today, which means I can start to put some Bondo, cover up some of the imperfections, some sanding marks, little holes that exist on this thing, and just continue to prep it for paint. But I want to make sure the surface is as beautiful and smooth as possible before we continue painting. But as you can see, it's got primer on it because I want to protect it as I move because we keep getting rained out. So we're gonna go ahead and start putting some Bondo on this thing and just get it prepped for paint. So let's get after it. Bing. When I cut the steel out of it originally, I cut through a little panel here, or I guess an overlap of two panels, and so I'm just gonna weld that back together. Bit of a gap. It's gonna be a little hard, but hey, we're into it. Let's try her out. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Alright guys, let's take a quick minute to talk about this video sponsor, Omaze, and what they are giving you guys the chance to win. Win a tiny home built by Tiny Heirloom worth up to $150,000. Plus, the taxes and shipping costs are covered. Get a personalized design consultation with the team at Tiny Heirloom via video chat, or they'll fly you out to Portland, Oregon to consult in person. Not only are they giving away a $150,000 tiny house, but they are partnering up with a phenomenal charity called Girls Build. Girls Build is a non-profit organization based in Portland, Oregon, inspiring curiosity and confidence in girls through the world of building. Girl Build teaches girls 8 to 14 years old the basics of carpentry, electrical, plumbing, roofing, painting, auto and bike mechanics, and more. Your donations can help fund summer camp and class scholarships, critical staff positions, and free classes for kids in foster care. Simply donate $10 and you are entered for the chance to win the tiny house. Make sure you go check out omaze.com/woodness for your chance to win a tiny house worth up to $150,000. Thank you, Omaze, for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to the build. Well, it's cold again, so I'm not gonna put any Bondo on today because it needs to be like at least 45 degrees Fahrenheit, so they say. So what I've been doing is I don't know what that sound was, but see how it's still, this is still loose here. So I'm gonna rivet it to this framing just like I did here. Pretty easy. Measured out all even, so 8 inches, because this isn't that loose, so everything else has been 4 inches, but I'm gonna space these out to 8 inches. All right, I've never tried this before. It's a Rust-Oleum product. It's a primer, and it's 2-in-1, filler, and it's sandable. So we're gonna see what this does. And see if it fills in. There's just a couple slight imperfections still, but I'm gonna see if I can avoid doing more Bondo. We'll see what this is like. Alright guys, welcome back to chapter 38 of the mistakes you make with Graham. So, we have this little bit of aluminum here. It looks cool. It's kind of like a diamond plated but very small little diamonds. And I think it's here to protect from rock chips and stuff like that, which is great. But because of all the rust we've been removing and the rust we've found, I can only imagine that this is probably a weak spot where some rust is probably hiding. So before I get carried away, I'm letting some Bondo dry and some primer dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this and make sure it's not dying with rust. Ultimately, I'm probably not gonna put this back up. I've had some subscribers and commenters say I should check out the Raptor bed liner. They said I should just cover the whole thing, but I think it'll just look a little bit too rugged and trying to make it look classy. So anyhow, there's a good chance I'm gonna put the Raptor bed liner on a lower portion, and that will give it some nice protection. Anyhow, let's go ahead and remove these little rivets and see what we got in behind here. I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, yep, we got some rust. So we'll go ahead and get rid of all that and prime it. And I think we're just gonna end up putting some Raptor bed liner on it. With the bed liner, I could actually have a fun, design and kind of come up here and, do something kind of fun, make it look a little more classy. But anyhow, we'll play that by ear like we do everything else and see what happens. Alright guys, we're finally here. We're priming the whole thing, except for the back and the very top of the roof, because we're putting a solar panel up there and probably some Raptor bed liner. But needless to say, we've put Bondo in all the really bad spots. A little bit of self-leveling primer, or I guess it's high fill primer. We sanded it. Oh my goodness, if I knew it was gonna be this much work, I don't know if I'd do it. I just don't know. But anyhow, let's prime it. Let's go. Turbo can, baby. Alright guys, that does it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and for those of you that are like me and are getting sick and tired of this mobile bar build, well, I have an exciting announcement, a massive project, a huge undertaking to announce to everybody in the coming months, or month, depends on how quickly I can put this thing together. Be sure to like and subscribe, helps me out a lot, and as always guys, be well, have fun, and be sure to get after it. Peace.
Make sure you go check out omaze.com/woodness for your chance to win a tiny house worth up to $150,000.